Hi, Duelist. Geisty here. Also, Charlotte is here. I want to say thanks for everyone's support on my previous videos. I've really appreciated it. In addition, this video is really janky. I've been procrastinating uploading it because I've needed to take this intro, and I said enough's enough. I gotta just sit down and do it. So I recorded this video on about 3 hours of sleep. That will be obvious. It's pretty unhinged. It kind of goes off the rails for a while, but I hope you enjoy it. I do plan on doing some more videos soon. Also, if you want to support me, I'm not going to be running ads in my videos. If you see ads, I did not enable that. That's YouTube doing it. If you want to support me, I have a TCG player store. I'll put the link down in the description. I am always updating it weekly, if not more frequently than that. So if you want to check it out, maybe buy some cards from me, I'd really appreciate that. But if not, please enjoy the video. And my set is non-existent. We moved a few months ago, so apologies for the jankiness yet again, but I hope you enjoy. If you grew up playing Yu-Gi-Oh!, it goes without saying that the Duel Disk is one of the coolest things ever. The first one was released in the States in 2003. The Mattel website says that it retailed for a price of about 0.0000, but I can tell you that simply isn't true. It's hard to find a definite source on how much it cost, but I'm almost certain that it was $60. I know this because I had to mow a lot of strangers' yards as a kid to save up enough money to buy it. My parents would have me lug the damn lawnmower around the neighborhood, sometimes around half a mile to a mile away, and knock on people's doors asking if I could mow their lawn for $5. These were not family, friends, or neighbors. These were actual strangers. This is an advanced parental technique known as child neglect and endangerment. But 20 or so years later, I can remember that it was $60. I did also find a listing on this early 2000s website, which says it was $68.95 with a sale price of $49.95. I'll go ahead and say that that evens out to around $60. Wait, what is that? What is this image? It's like... Hell yes! The fucking disc is like bigger than him. Like if you like snap the dual disc into like the actual dual mode, I'm like 90% sure that is like longer than this child's actual body. His arm is like breaking like under the stress and the weight of the cheap plastic. That is a face of agony. I am a big fan of like all of the like promotional material is not the right word, but just like they always get like these, you know, these like I guess child actors would be the term, to just like, you know, like they're like put on the dual disc and get a pose. Like these kids are like trying so hard to look like fucking badasses, and it is like the funniest thing to me. And it's like a very uniquely like American thing too. It's like how like you can't just be like excited about something. Well, it was in the early 2000s, you know, you couldn't just have like people on product just be like smiling and just like happy about it. It's like, I'm a badass, I'm tough, I'm 7 years old. Like, oh my god! Look at this dude! He doesn't look pissed, he just looks like mildly uncomfortable. He's like, ah, fuck yeah, my dual disc is stuck halfway in between open and closed, and it's pinching the shit out of me. The dual disc, also known as Disque du Duel, was manufactured by Mattel in the States, but it was originally distributed by Konami in Japan. Anyways, after all that hard work, I went to Toys R Us, I bought my dual disc, I wore mine to my locals, and I was told that I couldn't duel with it, which is understandable. It's even the original model was so fucking difficult to use. But, like, that was, like, all I had going for me. Because, like, I'm, like, a 7-year-old kid, and, like, I get, like, my mom's driving to the store, and then I would just get my ass beaten by, like, every adult there. Like, I was getting Yada locked. I was getting, like, cyberjarred. Pretty much, like, every, like, old-school jank you can imagine. I was just subject to. Like, I would just be playing, and they'd be like, all right, I'm going to banish a light and dark monster from my graveyard, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, it's happening again. So, like a normal person, I walked outside the store and I just stood in front of the door with my dual disc, asking people if, as they walked to the store, hey, you want to play with me out here? They won't let me in with the dual disc, but it's super cool, right? I had a lot of friends back then, but the original dual disc was super cool. but it had a lot of flaws, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Wiki lists pretty much all of them. So I just want to go through the wiki, and we'll take a look at it together step by step. Manufactured replicas of this dual disc were produced as toys. These were produced in Japan by Konami and in America by the toy company Mattel. There are a couple of notable differences between the Mattel dual disc and its fictional counterpart. The spell and trap cards are loaded into the bottom of the blade, but most notably, it cannot project holographic images. Okay, so this is a rookie mistake on Mattel's part. For $60, I want my state-of-the-art, I want my cutting-edge holograms. I'm assuming 2003 Yu-Gi-Oh! Holograms would probably look like something like this. But I mean, seriously, like I don't know like what their excuse was for not having the dual disc project holograms. It's a real rookie mistake. If I beat someone, I want them to have a fucking heart attack right in front of me. The deck zone can only hold about 50 to 69 cards safely. Nice. No place for the extra deck or cards that have been banished. So the extra deck's a bit egregious because even back in Duelist Kingdom, we did have a fusion deck. I feel like they could have just put like a little slot underneath the dual disc to where you could just slide 15 or so cards in, because it wouldn't even have to be that big. But also no place for cards that have been banished. And the wiki says this is also true in the anime. So it's just like to canon, they didn't have a spot on the dual disc. So like Kaiba Corp was just like, hey, you think we should add a place on the dual disc for somebody to hold like their most crucial and powerful cards? They're like, nah, they'll just take care of it. They'll figure something out. But it says this is also true in the anime, as any banished cards are usually placed into the duelist's pockets. They really just put the cards in their pockets in the anime? Really? Like, I can't imagine a worse place for that. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. I cannot imagine a worse place to put your cards than the fucking pockets. Most players use card protectors to prevent damage to their cards. Cards and protectors will not fit into the dual disc. So first off, most players did not use card protectors. Humanity did not discover the card protector until at least like the age of like 15 or 16. I feel like we all have like retroactive like forgiveness for putting our decks into our pockets with rubber bands, given that the characters in the show would just put the cards in their pockets. Like, I know Yugi had like his like deck box like mounted on his belt, but like they were just putting it in their fucking I'm not over this. It's terrifying. Like, I'm just, like, imagining, like, he just pulls out Slifer, it's all, like, crumpled up. Oh, God. I'm also going to refer to about 20 seconds ago, and I'm going to say that this is not Mattel's fault, because I don't think anybody on Mattel's design team had any idea what a card sleeve even was. The graveyard can only hold about 25 cards. This would present a problem when playing against someone who relies on running an opponent's deck out. It also has walls with a little slot, which means removal often means bending the cards. So, if you're a kid and you're playing against your friend and your friend is playing a stall deck that runs your deck out, you beat the shit out of him. That's how we used to do it. Back in my day, if someone played Mystic Mind, you would beat them to death with hammers. That's just what me and my friends would do. So I mean, it's the other opportunity here is just don't get your cards destroyed, idiot. I don't know why you need me to tell you that. Just don't get hit. And this is also keeping in mind that, like, the people who used the dual disc as kids were kids. You know, these were not kids that were playing 8,000 life point matches. They were playing 2,000 life point matches because that's how it was done in the anime, and so that's clearly how the game is actually played. If I play Catapult Turtle, your fucking castle of revealing shit is gone. Another design issue is the life point counter can only go up to 9,990 life points. While both players started with 8,000, 4,000, or 2,000, it could rise to 9,000, or... I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna fucking say it. Or more than that. Due to card effects. The reason for the 0 on the end is because while there are 4 buttons on the disc, only 3 of them change the counter. The last one lights up the display. This also serves the problem that some cards can cause the life points in the ones place to be a number different than 0. So if you're playing cards that have like attack point values of like 50 or 25, you're insane. and you shouldn't be allowed to play the game. I think it is absolutely nuts that they released Dark the Dark Charmer like last year, I think, and they were like, yeah, let's bring out another monster with 1850 attack points. What are you doing? There's no reason for this. It's unnecessary. I'm seeing. I did a Google search for because I totally had all my resources pulled up before I recorded this. But I went ahead and looked up like real dual discs, hoping I could just get a page of just every model of dual disc that was officially released as a product. And like, there's so many headlines saying like, could a dual disc be real? And there's one that says, why has nobody tried to invent real duel arenas? Because everybody would be jerking off in there. I would. You fucking summon like 3 dark magician girls and just like start like walking around and just like clip into the. All right, we have some questions from Twitter. Spooky Maiden at Sunrise Grove asks, Lava Golem or Sphere mode? Lava Golem is a cool-ass monster that has a cool-ass concept, and it had some really great anime episodes, and Winged Dragon of Ra Sphere mode is $14, and I'm having my spears removed at the end of the month anyways. Roxy, Girl with the Gall at Benui Pilled, asks, is Pot of Desires a +1 or a -9 in card economy? That is a question for someone who knows what they're doing. I know the Pot of Desires scares me because that's a fourth of my deck. Metal Sox 420, Metal Sox 240, you're fucking pulling a fast one on me over here, asks, why did they use giant holographic projections during the duels and not like a normal-ass tabletop session in the cartoon? I would have turned 360 degrees and walked away from that bozo tournament. It's all an elaborate plot to give old people heart attacks. We also have a bunch of questions from Mana Charge and Golden Nova Yu-Gi-Oh! Mana Charge asks, is Sprite format based or cringe? I keep losing against this, so it's cringe. If you could just remove an archetype from existence, what would it be? Sprite. Is Totally Awesome real, and if so, how do I find him? He is unfortunately real, and he has made my life a living hell. You can usually find him in the Albany, New York area. Between 2 to 3 a.m. Behind the renovating McDonald's. Which card is the most likely to be convicted of tax fraud? This is really easy. It's the guy that makes the pot of greeds. Are Moki Moki migratory or hibernatory? I believe that Moki Mokis are just like ghosts or dogs and they just sort of do things arbitrarily. Is anything real or an illusion? Was any of this worthwhile? Was the inherent struggle to exist and find meaning in life worth it? Why are we still here? Just to suffer? I can feel my leg, my arm, even my fingers. The matches I've scooped. The garnets I've topped out. Stop hurting. Would Exodia dab if he was unchained? Yes. What kind of Happy Meals do you think they serve in Dogmatica? Those shitty little Jesus cookies they eat at church. I don't know, I was raised Jewish. If a Manju has a ritual spell in one hand and a ritual monster in another, what are they holding in the other 9,998? They use those hands to hold up their homies and the people they care about. What is the average land speed of a Fluanderee's Robina? 0.
I know marijuana is harmful. I know it can't improve my game. My friends and I have faced many battles, and we have always dueled without drugs. I wouldn't be the world's best duelist if I smoked marijuana. It would disappoint my friends and lower my concentration. And losing control with drugs is one duel I don't want to have. I must stay healthy and keep my friends close if I want to defeat my opponent's monsters. I will never dishonor myself or my friends by using drugs. That's playing a game I can't win. Honor my ante.
So, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is reaching its 25th anniversary. A new version of the Duel Disk is announced. 2, actually. One of which I can't afford, and the other one I definitely can't afford. You know, the one with light-up zones, the ability to hold sleeved cards, voice-activated lines that play when you put cards on the disc, and even special cards that comes with RFID chips in them to activate those sound effects. No, I got the 21st anniversary retro dual disc by, well, it's not Mattel. I don't think Mattel is even around anymore. Is Mattel still around anymore? Google, is Mattel dead? Oh, no. But their CEO is. The current, in 2018, the CEO of Mattel, Georgiardis, left the company and moved on to be in charge of Ancestry.com, the website that does racism. And then 2 months later, the company laid off 2,200 employees because of the Toys R Us liquidation. And that's like a real, that's like a real sad blow for like Yu-Gi-Oh fans. Because like Toys R Us was like the fucking place. Like you would walk into Toys R Us and you would be like, oh shit, they got like a new Pegasus structure deck, they got Joey structure deck. And then you would like beg your parents to buy you stuff, and then you either got it or you shoplifted. Wait. In 2018, Mattel indicated the formation of its global franchise management division to be headed by Janet Su as Chief Franchise Management Officer. She was previously the CEO of Saban Brands. Is that the same Saban, like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Saban? Oh my god, it is! Saban Brands used to own Digimon, Sonic X, Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitty, which is a very good name. They had that until 2018. And then they had other properties owned via Hasbro with such beloved titles such as Big Bad Beetleborgs, Cubics, Robots for Everybody, Masked Rider. You guys like Masked Rider? With characters such as Prince Dex, Furbus, and Hal Stewart. That is 2 Green Lanterns. They also did VR Troopers, which I always get confused with Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, which the Gridman anime fucking slaps. Highly recommend watching that. And they also owned, of course, who could forget, the Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog. It's like, none of this is new to me in terms of like these like shows the Saban did. Like I've known about the Mystic Knights of Tir na Nog, but like every time I think about it, it's just like a huge punch in the gut. I just lose my shit every time. Y'all know about Masked Kamen Rider Dragon Knight though, right? Anyways, the point remains is that Mattel did not create this dual disc. Who did? We'll get to that, because they don't put their branding anywhere on the packaging except for on the very back. So, the original Mattel dual disc MSRP'd for about $68, give or take, include taxes, upcharging depending on where you bought it. The 25th anniversary of the dual disc, the rad retro version, had a base MSRP of $130. Given that they've had nearly 20 years to perfect this, and the item is twice as much as it was before, they probably fixed some of the original problems, right? No. They actually made it way worse. About a week or two ago, for some godforsaken reason, I walked into a GameStop, and they had it just sitting there on the counter. It was on clearance, and I thought about it, and I was like, I can't justify this. I work at the fucking mall. I work retail. I cannot afford to buy a $130 dual disc. And they were like, yeah, well, tomorrow everything's going to be 25% off. And I was like, all right, sold. Hold it for me. I'll come pick it up after I go 04 at locals. So, I have the dual disc. And, yep, like I said, it is so much worse than the one I had as a kid. Let's get into why. So, there's a lot of things wrong with this. But I just want to get into the things where it is actively worse than it was before. So here we have our really shitty flashing lights. For some reason, they decided to remove the red lights and add in white for some reason. I don't know why they did this, but they did. The buttons will sometimes go off-center. The graveyard does not close all the way, even with no cards in it. See? It just doesn't stay shut. You cannot snap it closed. It feels like it can on the left side, but it doesn't on the right side. Also, there's this little tongue in the graveyard section that means that you can hold even less cards in here than you could before. They also, for some reason, removed said device from the deck zone, meaning there is nothing keeping your cards, there is nothing putting pressure on the cards to keep them from sliding out. This, right here, only goes up to about half the size of the deck, meaning that if you tilt the deck and the dual disc in any way, it will just come sliding right out. So the dual disc, despite, you know, the whole thing is like, oh, you can duel standing up, you can duel on the go, you cannot move it at all. If you can tilt it a little bit like this. If you tilt it like this, everything in your monster zone will fall. If you tilt it like this, your entire deck will fall out. If you tilt it too far down, everything in your graveyard will come spilling out. It is a nightmare. Another thing I'm a big fan of is how they removed a ton of plastic from the underside of the disc, meaning it is extremely flimsy. Like, I am like just one finger. Do you see that? Do you see that bend? It's ridiculous, right? $130. Also, this bit here, I can't show it to you because I snapped it in place, but when I bought it, this cuff here was not attached to the dual disc. There was no instructions on how to put it in. It was just the disc and then this in the box. Nothing else. Another thing, and this is the most egregious, the original dual disc had a field card zone. They removed it. It used to come right out of here, and you would slide it out, you'd put your card in, and then you would slide it shut. It is absolutely wild to me that they chose to remove the field spells zone, because field spells see way more play today now than they did when I was a kid. Normally, like, this is where I would make a comment about, like, well, now people can't play Mystic Mind, but the thing is, like, if you're playing Mystic Mind, you're already gonna die by the sword, buddy. It's just gonna happen. So here is the official advertisement for the retro Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Disc. It's got the same rad retro design from the 1990s version. It comes back in a limited edition 21st anniversary collector's box. Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards fit perfectly. I really love the fact that they said that, because that's not true. And it's ready to duel. We gotta love the punctuation here. Has two modes, standby mode and duel mode. Life points light up and can change when dueling. Batteries are included. So this is the collector's box. There's nothing, I mean, the fact that it's a box and you can collect it, like in terms of owning it, because there's nothing inside the box. In fact, there's not even an instruction manual. What is this bootleg knockoff Toy Story logo here? Well, it's UCC Distributing. So a lot of times products will just, you know, be bad, and sometimes there won't be changes, and I get that the company wants to save materials, but I've never seen a product that goes out of its way to cut costs that so greatly impact the utility of the product as this one. So I figured this UCC Distributing company has to be, you know, what would possess somebody to make a product that is this poor, to the point of not even having a manual? Well, this is their office. It's a church, apparently. But let's go ahead and take a look at their website. You know, maybe this can shed some light onto why they would have the gall to make this product so poor. Oh, I see. Well, of course, they're bringing us the hottest licenses and trends in the marketplace, like Mega Egga Mystery Egg Ultimate, the ultimate mystery. Kingdom Hearts Age of Ultron, and we got Teenage Mutant. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Twin. I can't do Teenage Mutant Ninja Tween Vader Zim. But I'm a big fan of this Mega Egg sitting in the middle of the not even the middle of the screen. It's not even transparent. I'm also a big fan of the implication here that Mega Egg and Mystery Egg Ultimate, the Ultimate Mystery, as seen on YouTube. We can't forget as seen on YouTube. This is a trend in of itself. So what happens if we click it? Oh my god!
Whoa!
He's like, whoa! And he immediately throws it to the side. This is the same experience as what I have to deal with my cat after she eats spaghetti. So what I'm understanding from this is that this is a loot box for kids and for kids. I'm sorry, I just can't. It's for kids and UCC brand Fred Durst. Oh hell yeah! You remember how like plastic bags would say like this is not a toy? This is like the same thing. This is like so like clearly like half the stuff in here is like bootleg, and then like the other half of it is like the kids like just like points at it for a second, and then it's just that it's shiny. It's just that it's shiny. What is even in this image here? Oh good, stuff.jpg. What do we got here? We got, this is stuff that you find at, like, Rite Aid. I don't know what this Roxalcal? We have some Gudetama. I actually do want the Gudetama stickers. We have whatever the fuck this is. I'm sorry, I was going to try not to swear in this video, but what the... What is that thing? Also, their home is, a yellow square. Because, you know, home is where the yellow square is. I kind of want to see some of these products. I know we were here for Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is not on this page, by the way. Oh, they got Naruto? What do they got for Naruto? They got Naruto domes! I'm trying to get that Naruto dome. Oh, my God. And then, oh, because we got Rick and Morty. We got Rick and Morty. Oh, my God, I love Rick and Morty. I love Rick and Morty so fucking much. I love Rick and Morty so fucking much. My favorite brand, New York Comic Con. So yeah, I think this is just what they do, is they just make these really cheaply made products, and then they sell them as exclusives, and it's like, well, it doesn't matter if it's good, it's exclusive. And I'm probably gonna get a cease and desist, for this video, but, UCC can eat my entire ass. Why are these children in an abandoned warehouse?
With everything you need to duel with the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game. Now you can activate your strongest magic cards.
What? Your strongest what? When did this come out? When did this come out? So if you don't know, there was a during the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Spell cards were called magic cards, but Wizards of the Coast was like, hey, cut that shit out. And so that's why you can find old cards, like Dark Hole, and like Pot of Greed that say Magic card on them instead of Spell card. That's also why the pack Magic Ruler was changed to Spell Ruler. And I'm pretty sure that happened before this commercial aired.
And summon your most powerful monsters in a whole new way. Dueling will never be the same.
Yeah, that's my reaction when someone normal summons Exodia Head.
Dual disc accessory. Official trading cards not included.
So true, bestie. Like, I feel like if I, like, dueled here, I would get tetanus. These kids may have gotten tetanus. There's no way to be sure. I am curious, like, what these kids are doing today. Judging by the graphics, I'm assuming they might have grown up to be, like, Super Nintendo RPG protagonists with the 16-bit faces, but I'll find a better joke eventually. Take a look at this video. Oh, it's so loud. This is like the fucking, you know that fucking meme with like the fucking Chad? This is like the music that they're playing. Why? Like, you can even see that the graveyard holder is like slightly ajar. Yep, that's it. That's the switch. So you're not gonna hold the dual disc upside down when you're wearing it to do that. You're just gonna clip your elbow. Wait, deck holder. I like how they show that the little holder thing doesn't go far enough to keep in just a 40 card minimum deck. Did you see that? You see how he just drops it in because there's absolutely no resistance and the card will slide right out. Also, wait, this dude's playing Therians? This was recorded like Therians first came out in Battle of Chaos, right? Am I just losing it? Oh god, you see how that bent? Oh god. No. Graveyard holder. Power button is generally not something you want as one of your selling points. I think that anything that has electronic functions in it, a power button is pretty heavily implied as far as that goes. So those, the yellow after effects here that you can see there, that's not what it looks like when you activate it. It is just a white flash. So they touch this up. Also, you can see that the light they're using in there is too strong, and it bleeds out the side to make it a yellow, which is also not the color that the light is. So again, editing. They also made the lights here white instead of red for some reason. Oh, did you see that? Look at that. Did you see it bending when he moved it back into place? Oh my god. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow. I also found UCC's Yelp page. It is unclaimed. They have not claimed to dismiss this because I don't think they want anybody to know that they're a company. They don't want any publicity or any sort of accountability. They just want to... They want to push these fucking Mega Egg Gaming Mystery Egg Ultimate as seen on YouTube. The ultimate... This is like literally, like honestly, like it really is like the physical embodiment of like those like YouTube content farms for kids. Because it says values up here. But there's no value in it. Like sure, like you're getting maybe monetary value out of it, but like this stuff is garbage. Like... It really is just bright object, flashing lights. It's just kind of gross, you know? Like, We do want to check out their reviews. I keep buying the Mega Egg Gaming Mystery Egg for the price I'm paying for it. It is definitely worth it. This egg is cool in itself. That's me whenever I see like I can't even make this joke on stream. I can't make this joke. This egg is cool in itself. That's like me when I meet like a new person like 2 months before they come out as transgender. And there's a little of everything in it from Harry Potter to Digimon. Really excited to see more new products from them. Already pre-ordered the anime-themed Mega Egg Mystery Egg from my local GameStop. Their website could you use a buying option so I could order directly from them. But all in all, I will definitely keep buying their mystery-themed eggs. This is the most paid review I've ever seen in my goddamn life. Why would you keep typing out Mega Egg Mystery Egg? Just consume product, get excited for product. The Mega Egg Mystery Egg. I love the Mega Egg Mystery Egg. I'm not over this line. This egg is cool in itself. Like, I'm sorry, you see this? And you're like, whoa, that's pretty cool. It's got value, value, value. Toys, figurines, and collectibles inside. Guaranteed plushie. Again, also, if you meet I can't do this. Guaranteed plushie inside. Mega Egg Gaming Mystery Egg. The ultimate gift for any occasion. I wish that, like, when I went, like, traveled back down to my hometown for my grandfather's funeral 3 months ago, they would have been like, I'm very sorry for your loss. Please accept this Mega Egg Gaming Mystery Egg as condolences. I also love this, I didn't know what it was at first. I thought it was the flat screen being broken. But it's an NES controller, but they've rotated the D-pad about 45 degrees so that they can say that it's not an NES controller. The ultimate gift for any occasion, as seen on YouTube, of course, as seen on YouTube. The ultimate mystery. Unbox a variety of mystery packs? I think that's a question mark. It's just, I'm sorry, how do you look at that and be like, that's so cool? Like, do you beat off to the impact font? At Comic-Con in NYC, they told me my Rick and Morty box would be all Rick and Morty. Instead, only 3 items were Rick and Morty, and the other 75% of the box was just junk. Crap I don't want or recognize. Theft as far as I'm concerned. Reported to Comic-Con and trying to get a full refund. Not cool! I mean, this right here, 75% of it was junk, crap I don't want or recognize. Yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is. That's what this is. That's what Loot Crate is. Yeah, you're gonna, of course you're gonna get ripped off. Definitely not cool. Also, though, I think you deserved it because you were trying to get a Rick and Morty themed Mega Egg Gaming Mystery Egg. So that's on you for that one, Mikey J. I want to go a little deeper into the UCC rabbit hole. UCC is actually a pretty good brand of Japanese instant coffee. But so let's see. About Us. They're a California toy company that started in 1991 as a baseball card distributor. All right, right off the fucking bat. Okay, so you made your money scalping people on cards. UCC has grown to be a well-known toy supplier in the toy world. Unclaimed Yelp account with 3 reviews. We specialize in bringing our customers the hottest trends and licenses. The hottest trends and licenses, like Over the Garden Wall. And Lilo and Stitch is a pretty hot and upcoming IP. Same with Gravity Falls, a show that's been over for like a decade. Is Assassin's Creed relevant? Is it still relevant? I keep, like, every 2 years, I don't know if it's relevant or not. Hello Neighbors, absolutely not a hottest trend and license. Wasn't this the game that, like, they kept, like, begging, like, MatPat to play or something on Twitter? Yeesh. Oh, they have an Instagram. Why did you make the Duel disc worse than it originally was in 2003 and then charge over double for it? Eat my ass, Jamie. I do want to check out the Instagram though. Oh, look. Every time I say that, like, oh, this is like the content farm, this is like the most content farm thing I could possibly. The image isn't even cropped. My cat just stepped on my tablet. This isn't even properly cropped. It's now the exclusive distributor of the exclusive distributor of officially licensed. So, like, they're, like, acknowledging all the bootleg ones. Poppy Playtime, Blind Box, Plush, Blind Bag figures, and costume masks. Wow. It's just like a nexus, you know, like a swirling vortex of, like, all the, like, cash grabby stuff you could imagine. Oh, look, Roblox. Exclusive figure domes. So if you want to recreate the Rainbow Dash jar, you've got everything you need. You've got everything you need. Good for him. What is this? What the hell is this thing? What is that? Is that a YouTuber? Oh, it's a YouTuber. Hashtag YouTuber, hashtag animation, hashtag storytelling, hashtag Fugitive, hashtag Five Nights at Freddy's, hashtag Steven Universe, hashtag Roblox, hashtag James? Who is James? For anybody who's in the comments, be like, oh, don't you know that's famous YouTuber Blippi? This man does not exist. This is an AI generated person. I don't watch YouTube. I don't watch YouTubers. What is this? Is this real? This doesn't... Okay, so I didn't play the game. There's no way it looks like this in the game, right? Like, she just looks like an emoji. This is the weirdest own a hole I've ever seen. I don't even need to say anything about this one! How much liquid does it hold? Oh my god. Me when I have boxes. Can we get a box pog in the comments? Can we get a box pog? Let's see what this is. This is like another thing that I can't fucking stand. They're just like, OMG, the product is up on Amazon now and the game comes out December 8th. And this was posted like a full month before the game came out, and if I remember right, the game absolutely tanked. And it's just like another, just like, that content farm shit. Where it's just, the game doesn't have to be good or even released yet. You just pump out product and pump out product and pump out products. And in the end, it doesn't matter if the actual result is anything of value. It just matters that you've made people look at it. And so now, like, kids will see, like, just like Hello Neighbor thumbnail, like Hello Neighbor Elsa pregnancy or something, and they'll just be like, oh, I love it because it's something that I recognize. Oh, see look, fidget spinners. Back in 2017, they were doing fidget spinners, and it's just, it really is just find whatever is making the most buzz on YouTube, find whatever kids go absolutely ape shit about, and just produce it as cheaply as you can, and add enough shiny lights to it to get the kids to pay attention. It's just really sad. But anyways, this thing fucking sucks. Thanks for watching, everybody. Was Bandit Keith racist? Was that a thing he did?
That's a big question. What kind of conversation fucking starter is that? I need you to understand that this took me fucking